You're watching Duelling with Dave, the home of witty banter. No one would have believed in the early years of the 21st century that Duelling was being watched keenly and closely by intelligence greater than man's. They were scrutinised and studied, perhaps as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinise leaves in a cup of tea. No one gave thought to the older worlds of space as sources of human danger, or thought of them only to dismiss the idea of life upon them as impossible or improbable. Yet, across the gulf of space, minds that are to our minds as ours are to the beasts that perish, intellects vast and cool and unsympathetic, conservatives, regarded Duelling with envious eyes, and slowly and surely drew their plans against us. Ladies and gentlemen, Duelling of the Worlds! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's nearly 4 o'clock in time for tea. Duelling is an ancient and noble art, or it was until we got hold of it. But word has got out, and now other people are trying to get in on the act. The British Empire,
God save the Queen,
is under attack from the Martians. But we are British!
God save the Queen!
And no red menace is going to steal our thunder. Oh no! So the stage is set for the fight of the century. Who will win? The British Empire?
God save the Queen!
Queen.
All the Martians?
Boo, yes.
Are we to be ruled by Queen Victoria?
God save the Queen!
Or by the Martians?
The Martians. Martians they are!
Right, that's a lot of this nonsense. Let's get down to business. The games are 3-minute bouts. The winners of the quarterfinals will go through to the semi-finals, and the final decide who rules the world of Duelling for 4 worlds. Each player will sit and drink tea, eat biscuits and converse on a specific subject. Good points are scored or deducted for the following: good manners, politeness, a clean plate and cup, or interesting or entertaining conversation is good. Bad manners, rudeness, name-calling, boring conversation, or use of heat rays. Players have been randomly selected for Britain or the Martians before the bout. If your name is called out, you have 2 minutes to get to the table. Failing to do so, you will forfeit the match.
Oh, I've broken my leg.
A moment. It has come to our attention that one or two may be a little reluctant to join in. It is my decision that I shall call members of the court to fill those gaps. Please be ready. Proceed.
For the first bout, representing the British Empire, we have...
God save the Queen!
I'll finish that joke.
Oh, sorry, Matrix.
Right, we have Queen Victoria represent the British Empire, don't you dare. And representing Mars, we call on Chris Nichols.
Let's hear it for the Mars.
The red menace. The red under the bed. Well, that's what your wife said.
After
you, Mum.
So,
This joke itself is going to be 20 seconds.
And now the potter's wheel.
I'm loving the new fashion footwear, bobby socks and sandals. I should be following that myself. It's good enough for Her Majesty.
Oh,
right,
do I get deductions for footwear already? We haven't started yet.
but yes.
Wearing t-shirt. What are you doing, putting your feet on the table or something?
You can do that in Lancashire, lad.
Well, everyone has to teach on the same basis.
So is it? We have categories that they will be speaking on. There are varied and relevant subjects. Could I ask somebody to give me a number from 1 to 8 in the audience?
7.
Okay.
Definitely 7.
Pack animals.
give them some more of this. Mars, as we all know, is the bringer of war, named after the god of war. So have a think about it. I will once you have your tea, for you to discuss the god or gods of war. You have to think about it while you keep talking. No, she's going to drink out of the saucer. She's a proper queen. And get this. Okay. Are you happy with the arrangements? In that case, when Alison grabs the timer, it's a 3-minute bout on the subject of the god or gods of war, and you can commence play.
Do you care for those?
Okay.
Do you not?
Would you like some sugar?
No. Well, I must admit, we are in a dreadful pickle. If indeed we are to be at war with Mars, this puts us in difficulties. We are a sovereign nation. We are not prepared to bend our knee to any other race at all. We are humans. And the gods of war, it seems, God Mars, want to create a system where we become more slavish. I must inform you that this is not possible.
Tell me more of these gods you speak of. Tell me who they are. We are not as informed as you.
I am informed that there are several of them. Various shapes and sizes. I have received no communications.
Are these gods benevolent, you speak of?
I fear not. We have merely been informed with a bottle and a message that was delivered by a little thing about so high, making squeaky noises, that trundled into one's rooms and said, "Here is your letter." And then it turned and it went. The letter merely said, "The gods of war from Mars will be invading shortly. Please prepare." Now, I understand you have ambassadorial status, but really, I don't feel we can accept this as a formal preamble to a state of unrest in our nation.
Well, we believed it was only sporting to give you a chance to prepare for us. The devotion that we are gods is a lovely bow to our greatness and power. We appreciate your kindness. But we feel that you already have a plethora of gods which you choose to worship over the years. Am I true in saying that Ares from the Greek mythology was considered a god of war?
I don't think so. I mean, these are mythical creatures. Creatures that were written about and believed in by certain nations across Earth itself. No, they didn't ever send me a message declaring war, you see. Had they done so, I would have obviously believed in them. I do find it very worrying that this is the only message I've had declaring that gods of war are coming.
Gods of war! Now, if the tripods had that, you'd brick yourself, wouldn't you? Okay, it's a close fought battle, but I've made my decision, and I have to say, at this moment in time, the British Empire is still safe. Queen Victoria, I'd say,
God save the Queen.
aliens! The aliens can drink their tea. Thank you very much. Contestants. Leave the ring. Go!
I shall retreat.
Yes. Okay.
Understood?
Now, Never let it be said that defending the British nation keeps us totally as one. Sometimes wars divide families, as we will now find out. Can I call to represent the British Empire, Martin King?
No, I know exactly.
I get to do this by random selection, and could you defend against the evil Martian invader that is Tony King?
Come on, Tony, you can do this!
And I think it's only fair, Sabine, could you give me a number between 1 and 8?
3. No, I get blamed now.
No, that's all right.
Weapons on the table.
While they're getting ready, take. Weapons on the tea table.
Tony, take it off the table!
Tea! Okay. Please
Choose a truce.
Truce, for this time only.
Okay, while they're preparing your cups, I shall give you advance warning. Now, a war of the worlds. This is worlds in the same system, and you can only get there by travelling. So you will be debating travelling around the solar system. And so when their cups are ready, and when you're ready, we will begin.
I shall take a bit of milk. Would you like a bit of milk?
I'll have a drop in a moment.
Do you don't want a drop of blood with that?
I do prefer a redder drink, but this will have to do for today. Yeah, thank you. So, on your journey here, I presume you must have travelled in some sort of ship.
Yes, an airship, I say.
An airship?
Yes, an airship. That's
How does that manage in a vacuum?
We have vacuum-safe airships. It's more like a space airship.
I see.
Yes.
Excellent.
And how do you get about? By coffin?
I have minions, little yellow things that carry me around. Yes.
Oh, so you enslave them too, not just the humans and the Martians?
Well, I mean, if you're going to come here and offer your neck to me, then obviously I will take it.
Yes, because the Martians we don't agree with neck drinking. We like to inject it all out and inject ourselves with it.
Really? And do you have red blood?
No, we have purple.
Purple? I've never tasted purple.
I'm afraid it is exquisite, but you shall not be trying any from me.
Are you sure?
Oh, definitely, sir.
Look into my eyes. Tell me you won't.
You cannot hypnotise me, sir. You have no power here.
I'm sure we can discuss that further in the darkness. So, when you're travelling,
Yes?
do you have weapons on these ships?
Oh, several, yes. We must defend ourselves. Don't know who's out there. Don't know what they're doing towards the Earth.
I see. But there are other planets as well as Earth. So,
Oh, yes.
why did you pick Earth?
Oh, it's, I quite like the shade of blue.
Well, we have other areas of brown and red.
Oh, yes. I particularly like the fact that it's blue from a distance.
I see. But there are other planets that are blue as well.
Yes, but Earth is particularly nice. It's not too big, but it's not too small. It's quite nice.
I hear there are quite cold ones. Probably quite blue as well if you melt them.
No, I quite like the warmth, thank you.
All right. I
I'm
hear.
a tropical girl.
Have you? You haven't noticed another flying object, somewhat sort of blue-shaped, square, with a little flashy light on top?
No, I can't say I have. He must not be as high esteemed as us Martians.
Maybe he's just cleverer than you are.
I very much doubt that, sir. We are well advanced in your technology. Where are your ships? Apart from this little puny box.
Well, I hear that there is an island with a volcano, which is quite useful for hiding such things.
What? The one that has very, very few inhabitants. Yes, we almost were going to invade there, but it wasn't quite good enough. The British Empire was way better.
And why would you say that?
Why would I say that? Well, there are a lot more people to invade. This island has, what, 200, 250 people? 60?
Actually, 267 to be exact. So 3 minutes.
or is that a half time?
We don't want to do that again.
I can't believe you've got the fact you're going to an island.
Yeah, get in there.
Product placement.
Yeah, does that count as product placement?
It does. I think it does, yeah.
Let me guess, let's talk Krakatoa.
In that case, I'll have to take off the point for product placement. I have to say, for saying the British Empire was the best place to invade, you got 2 points of me. So, a tightly fought battle, but I have to say, at this particular point, victory goes to Mars.
And now, welcome to the part. On the march. Get set.
And go!
Go!
Tony, you probably get it.
You just can't get the staff like this these days. Right. For the next battle, representing the British Empire. Oh, this should be fun. We call upon Judge Dredd. Yay. And then, while he's defending the British Empire against that evil, terrible red menace, representing Mars, we call upon the Dread Pirate Venter. Could somebody give me a number between 1 and 8? I hope 1 mentioned first. Okay. You may sit down. I will tell you what your subject is while they're just setting their things up. I would like you to think about this one. The Mars are invading the British Empire, then the British Empire was kind of famous for invading just about everywhere else on the planet. Therefore, I would like you to converse over tea and cookies about colonialism. This should be interesting.
Would you like some?
Please. We've got the tea ready. And about making pence and commence.
Colonialism. We on Mars don't know much about this. This is our first foray into potential colonialism. I understand you British are rather good at it. Perhaps you'd like to tell us how to go about it.
Well, I can tell you very little, to be honest with you, because my main job is to uphold the law at Megacity 1. And I'm a Megacity 1 street judge, and all I'm concerned about is as long as people are behaving themselves and obeying the law, they are my friends.
I see. And whose law would that be?
That is the law of Megacity 1. If they are behaving themselves, then have no problem for me. If they start behaving badly, or break the law, or kill anybody, I have the power to deal with them as I see fit. If necessary, execute them, which I dislike doing, but I will do if I deem it necessary.
So when our ships arrive, what will be your position?
See fair play.
Between whom and whom? Are you not representing the people of Earth?
I do represent the people of Earth.
Interesting. Our tripods are very powerful.
We have powerful weapons as well to deal with whatever situation we come across.
I don't.
A while ago we had the robot war, where Megacity 1 was pretty much destroyed, but we managed to overcome them in the end.
A robot? Could you explain this to me?
A robot is something mechanical, a machine.
Like our tripods?
I would say not quite as advanced as your tripods, because ours can't transfer to galaxy, but you know, I feel we can pretty much come to terms with things.
I'm so glad you recognise the superiority of our machines and the fact that we can come from space and can fly. I think we are going to prevail in this situation.
Well, like I said, we will uphold the law in any way we can.
You can try, of course. So, have you got any ships that you think may be ready for space soon?
We do use spaceships occasionally to get from planet to planet.
Which planets?
Earth is, of course, our primary concern.
Which planets have you visited?
Well, very many over the. Myself personally, only one, but there are many planets within our system which are inhabited.
Have you been to my home, Mars?
I don't believe so. Not I can personally remember, but like I said, my main job is to uphold the law at Mega City 1.
I'm not familiar with Mega City 1, but I'm sure we will find it in our exploration of your planet when our ships arrive. Thank you. That's very pleasant.
Okay, another closely fought battle. Well, I have to say, based on the fact that I have to observe Judge Dredd in a tea duel, I never actually saw you drink any tea. So I have to say, in this particular bout, the battle goes to Mars. We come to our final quarter-final round. Could I call to the table, representing the British Empire, Louise Stanley? Be an interesting one. And representing Mars, I call upon Lady Victoriana. Could somebody from the audience give me a number from 1 to 8?
2. 9. 2.
Oh, I heard 6 first. I like that one. This is going to be a laugh. Please take your seat. I shall inform you of what your theme is while we're just getting prepped. Everybody knows that the English are famed for their gardens. And everybody knows that the Martians had the red weed. So we think it would be perfectly right to have a 3-minute battle discussing gardening. Gardens and gardening, horticulture, whatever takes your fancy.
Alright.
If you're ready, we will commence battle and begin.
So this red weed you talked about, would it go nicely on a herbaceous board?
Yes. All year round. Shoot out the ground. There's no room for anything else. I think nothing.
Do you breed it?
It breeds itself.
Varieties of it? Do you have
We do. We have dark red, light red, and rosy red. How about you? What do you have in your borders? Apart from soldiers.
waters? Well, there was the British Empire has not yet legalised a certain relative of the flax plant, or the wheat plant, which the Americans have started growing in alarming quantities. We prefer the old-fashioned lilies and roses, and a nice English rose, perhaps. Although I must stress that Britain is much more than just the English. My ancestry actually comes from Scotland.
Yes, Scotland. Because mine comes from the south of Golden Mines. A bit by the Canary as well.
Yes. Well, we are in a slightly more concentrated area. And also, the Scottish wildlife is mostly thistles. So I'm not sure how ornamental you can make those, but with the red weed correctly, I think I shouldn't think it matters. I'm sure we could cultivate a variety of your red weed that does not overgrow the garden.
It's developing a new version. It's more clean and rare Japanese knotweed. Like they found on the island.
We should have to get out we should have to go to the garden centre and say coneflower. I think it would be.
I'm not sure if you've been pruning things like green cultures.
Well, we take parts of our cultures onto our own. We grow combine cultures to make a new culture. For example, we borrowed curry from the Indians. They made a very pungent contribution to our national garden. Pungent, spice.
You need air freshener
Not unless you. Not unless you.
Or the air pressing.
I'm sorry, sir, no fighting in this organisation.
That's a clear violation of the communications law in crossing a job in the sea division of its.
I'm a butler. I butler.
Good. That hold us up because I am the law.
Fart load, rather.
I don't have any controls on you.
Be quiet. Let them get on with it.
Sir, you're in violation of Her Majesty's laws. Please leave the stage. That way.
It was a very
Yes,
close
it's my
battle,
voice.
but I think on the
They are
basis
my
of
voice.
eating a biscuit, I'm awarding this to the British Empire.
God save the Queen. God protect the Queen.
Ah, damn.
My ladies, this way.
I do excuse you.
It has been a close battle so far, but going into the semi-finals, I can reveal that the British Empire have triumphed twice, and Mars have triumphed twice. Everything to look for. We go into the first semi-final. I call upon Queen Victoria, and as the British Empire, and Tony King for Mars.
Mars.
Thank you. Pleasant day.
Chris, you can pick a number, 9 or 10. Okay. By a process of random selection, while you're thinking about it, have a good think, and then I will have 3 minutes, please vote, no gouging, no blowing bubbles. I would like to discuss visitor etiquette upon interplanetary invasion. And your time starts now.
Would you like that? Oh, you first. Thank you so much. Very good. No, I shan't. Would you like a biscuit?
Oh no, I'm much too full. I'm afraid I've just had lunch.
I can't agree. Sometimes they give you far too much, don't they?
Oh, I must agree. Your invading is very busy work. Would you mind?
I would, and I would indeed like to talk to you about that. I am rather concerned about starting times. We in the British Empire do like to have a proper breakfast before we do anything.
Oh, I
Physical.
see. Us Martians, we eat on the go. That's part of our invasion technique.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Well, we do have a problem. Now, of course, luncheon is at 1, and tea is prompt at 4.
Oh yes, we must agree with tea at 4. Tea at 4
Excellent.
is we can have a neutral tea at 4.
Good. Now, we like to dine somewhere between 6:30 and 8 o'clock. And this can vary in town and in the country. Country hours are usually earlier. But it is usually the form that we have 3 or 4 courses. How do you do it?
We don't go by courses, you see. We go by species. So we have about 3 or 4 species for lunch, and about 6 or 7 to tea.
Is it anybody particular you prefer to dine on?
No, it's whatever we can find. I've heard the delicacy on this planet alone are polar bears.
I should warn you that they are an endangered species, and we do have several gentlemen. I believe David Attenborough is one of them, who takes exception when you do things like shoot.
Oh, yes, you see, we don't necessarily shoot them. I suppose we do. We sort of fry them in our heat ray. But we also got warned off the saber-toothed tigers, but they were exceptionally delicious.
I should be very interested to learn where exactly you found saber-toothed tigers.
Oh, well before your time, Your Majesty. It was a couple of million years ago.
Do I take it that you've been here before?
Ah, perhaps. This is secrets. But I think I may have just let the cat out of the bag.
I rather think you have. This means that you've already, correct me if I get this wrong, harvested our planet before.
Ah, yes, but you see, we like to return. And
Did you get the return invitation?
Yes, we did. I think it came by... What post is that? Oh, yes. Royal Mail. We got it on Mars from Royal Mail. That's probably why it's so delayed here.
Ah, yes. I can see the difficulty. I'd like to know which department of my government...
Yes, black armbands. I have to report casualties of the British Empire. The Queen is dead.
The Queen is dead. And now, for our trickster. They just
For the second semi-final, and desperately fighting, I hope, can we have Louise for the British, representing Save Please the British Empire, and Renter for Mars.
Good afternoon. That could be a casualty, so I think that takes.
Okay. We come in our last semi-final to that possibly most important question in the universe: the importance of drinking tea. Ooh. So if your cups are charged,
Call if you need more.
Is it more?
would you like some more? We'd like some more tea.
I do apologise. I thought this was nothing there.
Yes, because I'm afraid I have to tell you that my stomach beats.
Let it pour.
Throat has been cut.
Let it pour.
Brilliant.
Get some more. Let it pour. Oh, God, I can't do that. Sing it. A 3-minute bout on the importance of drinking tea, and may conversation commence.
Thank you very much. Tea is extremely good for the digestion. Yeah, positively good for you, I believe.
So I understand, and having been brought to it recently, I find it so delicious that I like to take it without milk and save hay or for tea and sauce. I particularly favour Darjeeling. Do you know what you that blend?
I am not particularly familiar with the teas of India. I normally prefer the Chinese sort.
Green tea?
Yes, I have, but I have travelled in the east, in Russia and in the eastern part of Europe, and they consume tea as you do, madam. And so I take it. So,
I do apologise.
oh, I do. Yes. I presume this is how they take it on Mars as well. Right.
I don't think everybody takes it the same. It's a good space. I mean, we are a whole planet, as are you. So therefore, those who take it in black, like the Russians, and those who take it like the British. But I do agree it's a very important beverage. And I like the civilization of taking tea, the art of taking tea, the art of conversation, even as we are.
I do apologise. It is not considered on a good thing to speak on one's boundary, but
I understand that. But I'm hoping that you won't be offended when we invade, because as we like tea so much, we shall actually be promoting the continuing drinking of tea, even when you are working with others.
Well, maybe then you can invade somewhere like Russia instead. They might, the Tsar might accommodate you. He might even have land to spare and give you a whole part of Siberia for your tea growing pleasure.
Oh, I understand it's going cold. We much prefer these temperate zones. London seems very pleasant, and we've got our own place called Buckingham Palace. That looks like it's got plenty of room.
I'm afraid Buckingham Palace is currently occupied. I think you will find it a very difficult proposition to invade it, but I believe that there are quite a number of other royal palaces around the world in which probably most of them will at some point will undertake it.
But did you not recently lose your queen? I think that is very
You see, in the British system of royalty, the Queen is if one monarch is is found.
Sorry, is that over or is that
Is it?
Oh, 3 minutes.
Adjudication.
We have a tie, so can I ask a round of applause on going on volume here for if you think ours should win? Or if you think the British Empire should survive and fight another day? Ours? British Empire? British Empire without Kev's loud gob. By the scientific deductioning of my logos, I'm not flipping a coin. I have to say, it is a sad day that the British Empire has fallen. And we are looking for the ultimate champion of our Martian overlords.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Do you need a short break? Okay. We are going into the grand final. We're fighting for Mars. We have Tony, who is fighting Victor for Mars.
Win-win situation.
This couldn't have worked out better. You don't know what you're talking about.
I believe so, yes. It would be polite.
Okay. Would you like to know what you're going to converse about while I just get your tea organised? How appropriate we have 2 Martian finalists. We would like you to discuss, does a Mars a day help you work the rest of the day? So why I tell them?
Anyone notice this? Alison Wonderland's tea service.
It is a business. Okay. Okay, if contestants are satisfied with the table, and we will commence conversation. Begin.
Milk? No, I'll take one right now. That last word.
Oh, okay, I
We can talk in Martian now. It's okay.
Oh, that's all right then. Oh, thanks for that.
That was hard work.
That was hard work.
So what about these Mars things? I know about our planet's called Mars. What's a Mars?
I've been told that in this chocolate bar, and chocolate is this, they call it exquisite, they do, and it's got this gooey caramelly thing, and it's basically molten sugar. It's fantastic, and I've heard that if you microwave it, It is just phenomenal. I've not got quite round to working out what a microwave is yet, but I've been told it's amazing.
No, isn't the microwave what we fire out of the
Well, this is what I
tripod?
thought. Yeah, this is what I thought. Maybe they just heat ray it. I don't know.
It sounds rather good, but would your fangs get stuck in the cabin and stuff?
I don't know. I've tried it once. Now that was an experience. It was so phenomenally great that I could only have one. It's quite rich, quite sweet. But I was completely hyper for the rest of the day. I was going around eating lots of species for the rest of the day.
Was it better than making little Martians?
Not quite, no.
Oh, that's still like to try it.
Oh, it's worth a try. Definitely worth a try.
I don't know how somebody's back to these earthlings to come up with something from just as tin.
Yeah, I know. It surprised me as well.
But we can grow it at home.
Maybe. Do you think they grow on trees or bushes?
I've got an idea, it's a bush, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe they grow in the ground. And you have to pluck them out. They have these things called carrots. Is that right? Carrots. I think that's right. And they're like orange things that they just pull out the ground and start eating, like barbarians. I know.
Are they even alive?
I don't know. Apparently they have feelings.
I prefer my things to scream a bit.
So do I. But I've heard these carrots don't scream. I was a bit gutted when they pulled them up.
Maybe they've got high-pitched screaming. Maybe we need, to adjust their music.
Maybe. I watched this film, Harry Potter. That was it. And they had something that they pulled out of the ground and started screaming. I thought, that looks tasty.
I've forgotten the name of that, the last thing I saw that film.
Yeah, I have. It slipped my mind. The only thing that stayed in my mind is Harry Potter, so it must be that film.
But we haven't done resting, we've done playing. We said the Martians is always playing. Is it resting?
No, nothing can beat a little bit of a nap.
Especially after you've been making it Martians.
Yeah, this is true.
You've gone too far.
I just lost it.
It's as bad as that, though.
Just as good as your course of conversation last year. Well done, ladies.
Excellent.
Typical. I spent all day doing this. Staff drinking a cup of tea. Where's my cup? What's I doing it?
You don't drink tea, sir. You drink coffee. How's that very handy?
We have had an exceptional battle, ladies and gentlemen. We have established that we are now subjects of the Martian Empire. When it comes to the most important part, after drinking tea, of awarding prizes. We have prizes.
Don't cough on it.
We have a prize for winter. But there can be only one winner. And despite the fact she went on and on about making little tiny Martians, we have to say, putting your elbow on the table. So sadly, we have to say, this year, the winner of the tea dueling is Tony.
Putting your elbow on the table is Martian etiquette.
I have no idea.
Oh, no, it's a Plymouth one.
Oh, it's a Plymouth tea. It's Plymouth tea. It's good stuff. Tea and a Gryffindor tea.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the tea dueling.